Hello, it's Dr. Ali, your CEO, mompreneurs coach, and strategist. And I'm super excited to join you guys today live and in color because we are in month June. I can't believe it. It's the sixth month of the year already. How many feel like if the year has went by super duper fast? I feel that way. And as a result of that, when I feel like time is going super fast, I start to get nervous. How many of you are feeling nervous that it is the sixth year, 6th month of the year already? And whenever, and take a hi, because you guys know your hi matters, whether you're catching this on live or replay, say hi, because I come back later and I actually say hi to you guys back. And I want us to get into the habit of saying hi besides just looking. Say hi so I can know that you're passing by. And if you're part of my tribe, my masterminders, my academy students, please make sure you go tag your podmates and let them know that I am on live. I'm going to be sharing a strategy today about how to set aside some time to focus on, right? How many of us are feeling sometimes that we don't have enough time, that we feel like if we're running out of time, like, oh my goodness, it's the 6th month already. Or, oh my goodness, it's the 6th, it's 6 p.m. already, Eastern Standard. It's after 6 o'clock already. Like we blink and time seems to be going super duper fast. And if that's you, then definitely say, oh my goodness, that's me, Dr. Ali. I know all about that. Um, I, as an autism mom, as a professional, as a CEO of a business, and a founder of a nonprofit organization, sometimes I feel like if time is getting faster than what I have the capacity for, right? I feel like if time is going faster than what I have the capacity for, and when that seems to happen, it makes me begin to feel like, oh my goodness, I can see overwhelm like right there. Like right there, I have a lot to get done within a certain amount of time. How do I get it done? And I get this question a lot as a professional, as someone who consistently makes, brings bring in a 6-figure business, and now helping other moms develop their 6-figure business, to help you to understand how we can do it still with ease and flow and fit it in within the day, right? So I've shared some strategies with some of my tribe mates before. If you've known any of the strategies I've given you before, definitely pop it in the chat. I'm going to repeat the top 3 things that I do to help me to focus on making sure that I'm planning, prepping, and converting each month. You excited for that? Type out a 1 if you want to hear it. Y'all want to hear what I do? So the first thing I do, especially for planning, is I set aside a certain day out of the month. That is my planning day. It's usually towards the end of the month because it's getting me ready for the following month, right? So I have my tribe knows throughout towards the end of the month. We usually get together for some sort of planning session, whether it's content, whether it's marketing, whether it's our calendars, whether it's creating content, whether it is working on our conversions plan or our sales plan, having a specific time each time of the month just to focus on your overview of what's coming ahead and reviewing what happened in the past brings you up to speed, and it gets you clearer to focus on your next steps. So this month we're going to be doing our planning together. We'll be doing our end of the month planning. Our masterminders are going to be joining us in Aruba for a weekend, for our Biz Beach retreat. And we're opening up the room for a few people to join us for the virtual Biz retreat. So if you would like to plan with us, if you would like to get focused on an event you want to do for the rest of the year, we're diving deep into events, and type out and we're working on how to feel more comfortable with sales and conversions. So that is what I do every month, whether it's in person, whether it's virtually. You'll catch me making sure I have set carved time out of my calendar to work on strategizing and not feeling like if time is too much for me. It slows down time a little bit because it's in my calendar. All right. So that's the first thing I do. Everybody type down number 1. So make sure sometime in the month you set aside your time. If you want to join us, then come join us for the weekend. And that's where we will be working on getting super clear, quick review of what happened that previous month, and then strategizing for the month ahead, and or for those of you who want to strategize for the quarter and for the year ahead. So that's number one. Number two is the prep stage, right? So we have how do we how do we set slow down the time a little bit? How do we slow down the time with preparation? Preparation for me usually use systems. Systems help me to make it faster within a certain amount of time. So part of my preparation of whether it's creating branding, marketing, or sales implementation mood, right? So now we went from planning into preparing to execute is what system I can use to buy back some time. What system I can use to either post things when I don't have to physically be there. What systems I can use to send out emails. What systems can I use to create automation in terms of conversions, right? So all of these areas where we get really super clear in our business, we want to make sure that we are setting up some sort of system, and you guys can use what system that you want to use, or if you need to ask questions about systems to use for this, then definitely type out the word system and a question mark, and I can follow up with you with that. But the key in that preparation stage is how can we make it simple within the time so that we can focus, we can set aside time so that we can get clearer and we can execute with more confidence, right? And then we don't feel like, oh my goodness, the time has gotten the best of me because it's already scheduled. It's already going out without you saying being there because you've already used a system to help you in the preparation of it. Was that juicy? Was that good? All right, great. So we spoke about the planning strategy. We usually set aside a time of the month so that we can get super clear. We spoke about if you guys want to join us or join me, you're going to join us at the virtual biz retreat. This is the end of the month, end of the half year type of planning. So we specifically set it strategically for that time. If you can't join us in person in Aruba, then we actually have access to joining us virtually. And if you're interested, just type out virtual retreat and I will give you access to how we can find out more about that. What we want to do next is the last one is number three is how to set aside time to focus on your conversions. Now, this is the one that I cannot wait for us to get more dive deeper into because some of us are questioning why aren't we making our goals? Why aren't we making our sales goals? Why aren't we bringing in money consistently into our business? And how to set aside time for that. Our masterminders are now working on a 4 by 40 by 4. What I'm gonna suggest to you is at least start with half an hour a day to focus on your conversions, to focus on what are you going to be doing in your business that help you in sales. If you're not clear on that, then definitely set time out with me. We can get you super clear because everyone business or where you're at in your business is different. But the one thing we all have in common for those of us who want to grow our businesses consistently is that we should all know what is our revenue goal for that month? What is our revenue goal for the week? And what is our revenue goal for the day? When you have those really pinpoint, then that hour that you're going to be doing, and it doesn't have to be every single day, it could be 3 days out of the week, like start someplace. Because don't forget, we're trying to find time. So you're going to put into your calendar what time it's going to be on that hour that you're just going to focus on your sales conversions because you know your number. When you know your number, then we break it down into the action steps that you need to do to meet that number. We're going to dive deeper at the virtual biz retreat. I'm super, like I told you, we're doing all things sales. And we're going to be talking about live events and virtual retreats for those and retreats for those that are interested in that. So definitely hit me up and let me know if you want access to that. So that was my quick little pop in. I wanted to make sure that know your number. Hi, Joy. I wanted to make sure that I loved on you guys this week, that I understand that you're seeing the year fly by. Type out the word fly by. And it could be super scary and nerve wracking for some of us. And I don't want you to stay in that space where you start to stop or you freeze because it gets overwhelming because oh my goodness, I don't have enough time. And now here we are going into summer. And as moms, summer means we have to spend more time with the kids. Summer usually means we're doing different types of activity. We want to relax a little bit. We want to vacation a little bit. So if we want to do all those things, we definitely need to set aside some of these times now. So why I want you to join us at the end of the month so you can set aside the time, type out the words now, now. So the end of June, June 25th and 26th, virtual biz retreat. We're focusing on shutting down the world for those few hours. We're going to be shutting it down for a few days because we're going to be in Aruba. But you guys are going to set it down for a few hours so you can focus on your next levels in your life biz strategies, right? Your life biz balance, your life biz harmony, your life biz manner of making sure it doesn't feel so overwhelming to you anymore. At least that's what I'm doing, right? And that's what most successful folks do. Most successful CEOs have specific time set aside for their strategizing weekly. They have specific time set aside for strategizing monthly and quarterly. So this is going to be our combination of a monthly and quarterly session at the end of the month because we're going to be wrapping up Q2, right? January, February, March, April, May, June. So that's the end of Q2. But also for those of us who are looking at the big picture, it is the end of the first half of the year. So instead of going into overwhelm into the second half, carve out this time, type out carve out the time. You deserve it. You know you need it. And focus on how can we co-create together so that you can develop the business, do your next steps in the business, get super strategic and intentional with your next steps. So we move into July, August, September with focus. Type out the word focus and be able to get all the things that we need to do organized and clear. Because once we're all over the place, then our results show that way. And we're going to be doing that. Sorry, we're going to be doing that through the planning stage, through the prepping stage, and then through the conversion stage. This is incredible. I'm super excited because if we don't learn, I'm drinking some water because if we don't learn to start creating these biz habits, these CEO habits and rituals, I've been doing it consistently for the last 8 to 9 years that I've been running my business. At the beginning, I had no clue. But when I invested in my coaches and started getting aligned with successful CEOs and studying their rituals, the things that they all did in common, like literally they all had in common, was their planning stage, their prepping stage, and how they convert. And they have the same 24 hours in the day that we have, y'all. So we need to learn how to be more strategic with our time so that we can have more focus and we can create the things that we want to create in our business and stop feeling so overwhelmed. Oh my gosh, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. That used to be the excuse that I heard a lot. I want us to stop using that excuse. I want us to start getting intentional, type out intentional, and start feeling more flow with our time instead of overwhelm. And part of that flow goes back to our calendar and scheduling, goes back to co-creating together, getting some support with a coach or with a group or with a community so that you are stepping forward boldly, you're stepping forward more confidently. And then, of course, activating the space where you are attracting more revenue coming in so that you can show up in your business. I mean, who wants to have a business and it's not bringing in any revenue? We want to make sure we're doing that too, because that's being a responsible CEO. I hope you guys loved today. It was a quick pop in. Let me know which one you will be activating first. Will you be doing the planning preparation? Will you be doing the planning stage, the prepping stage, or the converting stage? Which one will you be activating first as we step into wrapping up June? And for those of you, once again, that are interested in joining us for our virtual biz retreat, please write down the word virtual, or you can go to virtualbizretreat.com and we can talk some more about if it's for you or if it's not. And if you're questioning, then definitely put a question mark behind it so I can follow up with you. What I know you won't have time for is if we don't set aside the time, then you're always going to run out of time. So we have to be super intentional and strategic about the time that we do have so that we don't feel like we're running out of time all the time because now we have more not control, but we have more say, more intentional movements with the time that we have. So we're able to flow with ease because we know, like I know, the end of the month, I'm going to be meeting with my tribe. We're working on this, and that. So once I know that, then I can spend my other time doing all the other things. That helps to relieve me of thinking every day, oh my God, I got to do this. I feel so behind, and getting that chaotic feeling again. Hope that makes sense. Anyway, love y'all. See you and have a blessed and amazing day and evening or week whenever you catch this. And remember, if you need to get in touch with me, schedule a fire10chat.com so that we can find out what is your next and that you could be constantly with strategic flow and feeling the ease as you grow in your business. I love y'all. It's Dr. Ali signing out. Let me know what your takeaway was. Put it in the chat below.